The Board of Parks and Recreation Commissioners of Kansas City, Missouri meeting for February 10th, 2026 is hereby called to order. Will Secretary Houston please call roll?
Commissioner Smith,
Present.
Commissioner Contreras.
Here.
Commissioner Myers,
Here.
Commissioner Taylor.
Here.
President Hayden,
Here.
Director Cotton.
Here.
Thank you. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the January 13th, 2026 board minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33122, considering board approval to accept 22 land bank lots in the area surrounding the Big Blue Battlefield Park for additional walking trails. Assistant to the Director, Ryan Droge, is the sponsor of this memo, and I invite him to now speak briefly about this item. Welcome.
Good afternoon, all. This came out of a collaboration, really. The city this year is looking to aggressively activate a bunch of empty vacant lots throughout the city. And so we, part of our strategic plan from the master plan last year is to look at activation of empty lots, especially for walking trails. It was our #1 thing residents were asking us for. So preliminary discussions with Land Bank, we identified these 22 tracts of land that kind of surround this building and area around the Battlefield Park to look at bringing into our system and then looking at getting some funding for a trail. So it's a step-by-step process. This would be step 1, accepting the land from Land Bank. Like I said, they are already on board. If approved by you all today, I would go to their next meeting later this month and present to them. Talking to their executive director, they're on board. If we bring this to them, they're looking to hand them over to us with no fee, no assessment, just it's for public good. They're happy to see it, move on. I can take any other questions you might have about the project or the land.
Ryan, question for me. What neighborhood is this? Like, what is the name of this neighborhood here that we are putting
Excellent question.
I think it's town.
Could not tell you.
Town Fork.
Town Fork? Do we attend neighborhood association meetings in Town Fork?
Not
think
to my knowledge.
Is that something we should be considering with this new development?
We would absolutely take forth this plan to them as we get
Okay.
to work on it.
For any new project, there would be public engagement of the surrounding area. Right now, it's just, we haven't been there yet, which like I said, step 1, obtain the land from Land Bank, and then step 2, as we start planning, that was when we involve community discussions.
Yeah, thank you for that background. Just thinking future, long-term, and how we
Absolutely.
communicate with this neighborhood here. So that's no other questions for me.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33122?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item is passed, and thank you.
Thank you all.
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33123, considering board approval of an agreement with the Warnell Majors House Museum for non-exclusive permission to use parkland between Ward Parkway and State Line Road for the purpose of providing parking, overflow parking, and access for the public to the Alexander Majors House Museum. Director Chris Cotton is the sponsor of this memo.
Yes, thank you. The historic Alexander Majors House Museum is located at 8201 State Line Road and is incorporated into Russell Majors Waddle Park. The access driveway and parking lot are located on Park's right-of-way and in the park itself. Constructed in 1856, the 3,400 square foot antebellum home in Kansas City is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The original agreement was executed between the city and the museum in 2013. The purpose was to provide parking and access to the museum. The agreement is amended every 5 years. In lieu of making a financial contribution to the department, the museum agrees to collaborate with other museums and cultural institutions each year of the agreement to develop and implement public and education programming. This renewal will have an option to renew 2 additional 5-year terms subject to board approval. Staff recommend board approval of the agreement with the Warnell Alexander Majors Museum for use of park property through February of 2031 and request board authorization.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33123?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33124, considering board approval of a facility use with concession agreement with the Water Lantern Festival for the use of Brush Creek, the Brush Creek Amphitheater, and Oak Street between Emmanuel Cleaver II Boulevard and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, And it looks like Heidi's here instead of
yes.
Rob skipped his last meeting.
He did, yes. I'm not surprised. But yes, Rob has left us for a position at conventions. We're very proud of him, but of course, sad to see him go. So you get me. And I am here to present a facility and use concessions agreement with the Water Lantern Festival to come back. They have annually for probably 4 or 5 years now to the Wheeler Amphitheater and Brush Creek in Tice Park on May the 9th. Any questions?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 33125, considering board approval of a facility use with concession agreement with the Heart of America Shakespeare Festival Incorporated for the use of Southmoreland Park to host the annual Heart of America Shakespeare Festival.
Yes, this is a long-term partnership with the Heart of America Shakespeare Festival. They will move into the park at the end of May and do their performances of Macbeth this year from June 16th through July the 5th, and then clear out of there by July the 10th. Any questions?
This is partnership, so there's no fee exchange.
That is correct.
It's essentially, they're providing programming to the park for that
Yes, and it
duration.
has been from, we started it with them many, many years ago, almost 40, I think, years ago. So
You said 40?
I think maybe 35.
Okay. All right. Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And this item is passed. Thank
Great,
you.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33126, considering board approval of a facility use without concessions agreement with Whitfield Academy for the use of the Blue River Athletic Field for the purpose of conducting youth soccer practice. Superintendent of the Recreation Division, Jody Seymour, is here.
Good afternoon. All right, Whitfield Academy is requesting the use for the Blue River Athletic Field for soccer practices. That will be on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Friday from 3:30 to 5:30. They will compensate the city at $20 an hour for the field rental for a total compensation of $1,840 to be paid in full prior to the start of the agreement. In the case that is not received by March 1st, the agreement would be terminated. They will comply with athletic field use policy. The terms of the agreement would be March 2nd through May 8th, and they will provide commercial general liability, as well as sexual abuse and molestation insurance.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33126?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33127, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with Pantera FC LLC for the use of the 9th and Van Brunt Athletic Field for the purpose of conducting youth soccer practices. Ms. Seymour.
Yes, Pantera FC would like to use 9th and Van Brunt for youth soccer practices. Those practices would be Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 8. They'll compensate the city at $35 per hour for a half field rental for a total compensation of $3,710. In the instance that they would need lights, they can purchase those at the concession stand for the $30 per hour rate. Monthly payments would be due on or before the 20th of the month. If a payment is not received by that time, the agreement would be terminated. They comply with athletic field use policy. The agreement would be March 2nd through November 30th with a spring session and a fall session. And they'll provide the general liability insurance as well as the SAM insurance.
Question, where's Pantera?
Pantera FC.
Where are they from? Because I know they play in the sporting league too, don't they? Don't they play in the sporting
Honestly,
league?
on this one, I'm not positive where they are from. Do you have any idea? Yeah.
Only reason I ask is just because when we developed the athletic use policy, we wanted to make sure that those from the community were utilizing it. So
Mhm.
just wondering where the team is from. I know it's a new team.
I can definitely find out for you.
A lot of them are local kids.
Kevin's here
They're
to.
local kids. They were involved with EDO. And so a lot of those kids peeled out from EDO and decided to come to Pantera. So they're from the Northeast neighborhood.
Okay, they are a Northeast neighborhood group. Okay.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
There we go.
Kevin walked
Fantastic.
in just in time.
I know. Well, he left one meeting to come here, so I'm like,
Thank you.
fantastic.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 33128, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with EDO Soccer Academy for the use of the 9th and Van Brunt Athletic Field for the purpose of conducting youth soccer practices. Ms. Seamer.
Yeah, let me get to the right one. There we go. All right, they are wanting to utilize, the 9th and Van Brunt Athletic Fields for youth soccer practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 until 8 p.m. They will compensate at $75 per hour for field rental for a total of $7,650. In the instance situation where they are needing lights, they can be purchased at the $30 per hour rate. They'll need to make monthly payments on or before the 20th of each month, and if not received by that time, the agreement will be terminated. They'll comply with athletic field use policy. The agreement will be March 3rd through November 24th, and they will make sure to provide commercial liability and sexual abuse insurance requirements.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33129, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with the Kansas City Public Schools for the use of Minor Park tennis courts numbers 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, and 12 for the purpose of conducting youth tennis practices. Ms. Seamer.
Yes, Kansas City Public Schools will be practicing, they're requesting practice for those courts from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. They'll compensate at the rate of $15 per hour for practices for a total projected compensation of $1,620, paid in full by close of business of March 31st. If not received at that time, the agreement will be canceled. They'll comply with the athletic field use policy. The terms of the agreement will be April 1st through April 28th, and they'll provide general liability and SAM insurance.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33130, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with University Academy for the use of Holmes Park for youth softball activities. Ms. Seamer.
Yeah, their softball practices would take place Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. They'll also have 5 games that will take place from 4:30 to 7 on various dates. They will comply with facility athletic use policy. They'll compensate at $20 per hour for practices and $200 for games for a total of $2,420. If payments are due on or before the 20th of each month, not received, by that time, the agreement will be terminated. The agreement would run March 2nd through May 12th. They'll provide commercial general liability and SAM insurance.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say,
I'm curious. I noticed there's the hourly rate difference. Is that because of where it's at, the location?
Yeah, so our fields are kind of, priced in tiers,
Okay,
and so it's like in the middle tier, so that's why it's $20.
thank you.
any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33131, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with Guadalupe Center High School for the use of the 9th and Van Brunt athletic fields for the purpose of conducting youth soccer practices and games. Ms. Seamer.
Yeah, the practices will take place from 4 to 6 p.m. on Monday to Friday. Games will be on Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. They will compensate at a rate of $75 per hour full field rental for practices, and then $200 per game for a total projected compensation of $25,550. In the instance that lights are required, they can be purchased for $30 per hour. Monthly payments are due on or before the 20th of the month, and if not received, by that time, the agreement can be canceled. They'll comply with the athletic field use policy. The agreement would be from March 2nd to November 20th with a spring session and a fall session. They'll provide general liability and SAM insurance.
Just a note, it says November 30th in the memo. You shared November 20th.
Oh, sorry, it is November 30th. I guess it's in 2 different spots, so there's a typo. My bad.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes,
our
it is.
records-
It is through the 30th.
Okay,
Thank you.
move to approve.
Joe, Second, I can have some in the discussion.
All right, any discussion?
Jody, I know you are recently transitioning into this role, so you may not have oversight, but when I look at this $25,000 number from a charter school,
Mhm.
can you talk to us about previously, are we seeing that the funds are being paid from Ninth and Van Brunt? I know I think it's scheduled by quarter. Director Clay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, it
depends,
right? Yeah, each contract, the conversation can be different. It can be all at the end, it can be in quarters, it can be all up front. It just depends on what the contract says when we negotiate with them.
But are we seeing that they're able to pay this?
They have been able to pay.
Okay.
This past season, we did have to send them a letter, but they
Okay.
did the payment in.
And not just for them in general.
And just, yeah, sometimes it's a challenge to get payments from some of the organizations. We're trying to change that now. We're putting some things in place where we're gonna do some oversight and, well, we're gonna stick to the due date, and if they don't pay, we're gonna terminate the contract. So, and that's what we're relating to our partners, that we have to start paying on your due dates.
Yeah. And my point wasn't to say like terminate the contract if they don't pay. Just wondering, if there are other ways that we need to look at how we can support community organizations when it does get to that point,
Right.
just being proactive in that.
We're building a 10-day grace period
Yeah.
after
Okay.
that deadline, but we're gonna stand to that 10-day grace period. Yes, at least they have.
Well, I
Thank you.
think having some continuity, we've talked about this last season with Ninth and Van Brunt and some of the soccer partners and them paying their fees. And we found out that there was some that had some outstanding bills. So I think if we can just practice continuity, then I think it'll help us across the board.
We're working on it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33132, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with Guadalupe Middle School for the use of Gage Park for the purpose of conducting youth football activities. Ms. Seamer.
Yeah, those practices will take place Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 4 to 5 p.m. They will compensate at a rate of $20 per hour for a total of $840. This would be required to be paid in full by close of business February 16th. If not received, then the agreement will be canceled. They agree to comply with athletic field use policy. The terms of the agreement would be February 17th through May 28th. They'll provide general liability and sexual abuse molestation insurance.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33133, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with KC Crew for the use of Grove Park, Diamond Number 1, for the purpose of conducting adult kickball activities. Ms. Seamer.
Yes, this will take place Monday through Thursday from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. They will compensate us at 40% of the league revenue and then $30 per hour for lights, a total estimated payment of $23,300. The field rental and light usage payments of $5,825 will be made April 13th, and then another additional payment June 22nd, and then August 24th, and the final payment coming at October 26th. If not received by close of business on the agreed dates, agreement will be terminated. They agree to comply with the athletic field use policy. The terms of the agreement would be April 2nd through November 19th, and they will provide commercial liability insurance.
40% of league revenues. Did you negotiate that?
At one point in time, it was, I believe, 70-30, and now
That's
it's gone
pretty
to 60-40.
That's pretty good.
So,
Cost recovery.
absolutely. I mean,
God, you missed the clay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33134, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with Calvary University for the use of Satchel Paige Stadium for the purpose of conducting baseball games. Ms. Seamer.
yes, these baseball games, the weekday games will take place on 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., and then weekend series would be Saturdays at noon. They will compensate at a rate of $200 per game for a total estimated compensation of $2,200. Payment is due on or before the 20th of each month. In the instance that they do not pay by that time, the agreement would be terminated. They will comply with the athletic field use policy. The agreement would run from March 20th until April 21st, and they will provide general liability insurance.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33134?
So moved.
Second,
Any discussion?
yes. Only suggestion, I know that the team, there were members of the community that came and expressed not having enough information when what was the name of the team, Director Cotton?
That was the Ormigas, the pro
Yeah.
team.
Can we just really be intentional with making sure that they know that this is happening? I don't know who has the contact information for that group that came out.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33135, considering board approval of a facility use without concession agreement with the Kansas City Junior Blues for the use of Blue River Athletic Fields for the purpose of conducting rugby activities. Ms. Seymour.
Yeah, they will. This group was wanting to do practices and games. Practices will take place Mondays and Wednesdays from 4:30 to 5:30, and games from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. on Saturday and Sundays. They'll compensate the city at $20 per hour for practices and $200 a game, for a total compensation of $1,420. Monthly payments due on or before the 20th of each month. If not received, then the agreement would be terminated. They'll comply with the athletic field use policy. The term of the agreement would be March 2nd through April 18th, and they will provide commercial liability as well as SAM insurance.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. Thank you, Ms. Seymour. You had a long one today. And I also wanted to shout out you and your team for the Gift of Soul thing this weekend. That was
Yeah, no, the Great Class Advisory Committee, they did a great job with all of their volunteers and getting all that. The Saturday event was fantastic. Lots and lots of people ready to help out. Our staff at Great Class did a great job of reaching out to each one of those individuals to notify them of the day. And so, yeah, they did a great job and everything. And I mean, it was a fantastic experience, I think, overall. So, yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
I attended and it was really great to see the kids. It was really cool.
It was fun.
Well organized
And
too.
thank you, Kevin, for. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33136, considering board approval of amendment number 5 with American Lawn and Landscape Incorporated to the tree planting contract in the amount of $100,000 from PIAC funding in Council District 6 for tree planting services. And we have Lisa here. Welcome.
Filling in. So yes, this is to provide the tree planting services. This is part of the PIAC funding from Council District 6. So it's for tree planting in Council District 6.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33136?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item is passed, and thank you.
Yep.
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33137, considering board approval of the encroachment license agreement with Neutrality Data Centers for the property located at 1102 Grand Boulevard. Deputy Director James Wong is the sponsor of this memo.
Commissioners, this is a encroachment license agreement for the property located at 1102 Grand Boulevard. The encroachment consists of 3 outward swinging doors for a total projection of 24.16 square foot. The annual encroachment fee is $434.80. I'm here to answer any question you may have.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33137?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This item has passed. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 33138, considering board approval of a request from Culver's to allow an additional drive-through lane at 7953 State Line Road. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, we received the application for the expansion of a drive-through facility at the 7953 State Line Road. Parkway Boulevard standards only allow 1 drive-through lanes back on the end. And then that caused a problem at this facility, so traffic backs up to State Line Road. Adding a second drive-through lane will solve this issue. That's what they're requesting for.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33138?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33139, considering board approval of a bid award to Gunter Construction for the North Terrace Lake project in the amount of $1,055,110. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, North Terrace Lake is in Castle Park. The improvements will include the construction of a fishing dock, boat ramp, boardwalk, 18 parking spaces, and installation of a picnic table, light fixtures, signage, and installation of additional amenities. 4 bids were received on October 8th, 2025. Gunter Construction submitted the lowest responsible bid in amount of $1,055,110. This project is funded with MDC grant, Council District 3 Pike funding, and the GEO bond. I'm here to answer any question you may have.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33139?
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? As we noted in pre-board, thank you to you and your team for getting this one, making sure we're moving forward on this one. So thank you. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33140, considering board approval of the Blue Valley Park Master Plan by Vero LLC. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, Blue Valley Park is a quality of life investment district park. It has 238 acres with amenities such as shelter, disc golf, baseball field, urban trail, and some picnic tables. The master plan was developed to address the needs for additional play areas for children, add AD accessible recreation trails, expand outdoor recreation activity choice such as fitness stations, walking trail, fishing area, and to add family activity zones throughout the park. Public engagement for the project included 2 steering committee meetings, technical meetings with Public Works and QLET Superintendent, and 3 public meetings. Comments from those public involvement were incorporated into the master plan. Here to answer any question you may have.
May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33140?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33141, considering board approval of the design professional amendment number 4 with Quad Knopf Incorporated doing business as QK VSM, a QK company, for the Blue River Trail Martha Truman Road connector in the amount of $14,040 and to extend the contract time to May 29th, 2026. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, the Blue River Trail Martha Truman Connector project will extend the existing concrete trail from the tennis courts at Minor Park towards the Martha Truman Road. This project is funded with TAP grant and the Pike funding. So we added a cul-de-sac towards the end of the project, which extended construction time to May 2026. So this amendment will add same timing. We'll add a design professional agreement time to QK VSM for construction observation services to cover the additional time to finish the job.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 33141?
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33120, held from our January 13th, 2026 meeting, considering board approval of the streets design guideline updates for parkways and boulevard standards. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, Public Works is leading the city's Safe Streets and Roads for All initiatives as part of the Kansas City commitment to Vision Zero. This program includes a series of updates to citywide transportation policies, standards, and planning documents to better align infrastructure with proven safety principles. The major street plan document is part of the documents being upgraded. The major street plan document was separated into 2 separate documents, a major street plan and the street design guidelines. This resolution approves the street design guidelines. And the updates are as follows. Reducing the right-of-way width on boulevards from 100 to 200 feet to a minimum of 80 feet. Reducing the right-of-way width on parkways from 200 to 300 feet to a minimum of 150 feet. Requiring 5 feet to 15 feet of green space between the road and the sidewalk. Allowing on-street parking on both sides of streets within a residential development, and allowing non-residential on-street parking per approved plans. requiring all sidewalks built a minimum of 10 feet on both sides of parkways or boulevards. I'm here to answer any question you may have.
Thank you for, I know we got this and that, but you guys have done a good job of kind of answering questions prior to this time, so thank you. Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Do we have any members of the public who are here to testify on the street designs guidelines update? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. The next item on the agenda is resolution number 33121, held from our January 13th, 2026 meeting, considering board approval of the major street plan update related to parkways and boulevards. Deputy Director Wong.
Commissioners, this is the second part of the major street plan documents update. This is the major street plan. It updates, including multiple realignments, additionals, and reclassification to parkways and boulevards, and such as Tiffany Springs Parkway in Council District 1, Searcy Creek and Line Creek Parkway realignments in Council District 2, Paseo Gateway in Council District 3, addition of Berkeley Parkway as a boulevard in Council District 4, removal of 87th Street in Raytown, and classification of portion of Blue Ridge Boulevard as boulevard in Council District 5. So we received a lot of comments, especially for Line Creek Parkway realignment study. Those are great comments. Planning, Public Works, and our staff, they had many public meetings, and so we need to approve this resolution. One of the reasons is there is a requirement on the federal funding. Public Works staff gets the federal funding, and the deadline is April 26th, right? So we need to make decision today, and but I want to clarify that does not mean that this alignment is set. This is the start of a communication with our community. So the alignment of Line Creek Parkway especially is going to be built on a private land. So those are not city-owned land, and the city does not have any plan in the near future to build those parkways. So those parkways, if ever get built, more than likely will be built by developers. When development comes forward, there will be a lot more chance for our community, our park board, our staff to review and provide comments. So this is not the end of communication. This is just beginning of the communication for this parkway. So
Thank you for that clarification and stating that.
here to any question that you may have.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All right. Do we have any members of the public who are here to testify on this?
I don't know if I totally understand, so it's very hard to talk about something I don't understand. We were very adamant about not building a parkway originally. Then they explained to us that if they leave it a parkway.
Can you come to the podium so that we can get your name? I know, we want to hear you though, thank you.
We were opposed to originally changing it. But after they explained it to us that the city would have to hold those developers to a standard of a parkway and not just put a 2-lane street through there, and that it should, I don't think it will connect with Line Creek Parkway that they have coming off of 68th Street.
That's correct. Yeah, it won't.
Okay, so Line Creek Parkway, as we know it now, will end at the Lead Center.
It'll go to Country. It'll connect to Country. So it'll go east and then go down to Country.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But we want to make them adhere to parkway standards. And we got to keep our parkway standards up, or else the developers will come through here and do what the school board did to us. They took out our part of our forest. I live across the street from Park Hill, the school. I don't consider it Line Creek Parkway. I call it School Road. But we don't want them taking our forest out.
Sure.
So, thank you.
Thank you for coming in middle of the afternoon to share, and we certainly have heard all of the comments and reviewed all of the letters. We've got a new packet right here. So, I mean, we certainly are hearing everything that you guys are asking for. And I hope Deputy Director Wong's comments, answered some of that of, this is not a today decision to make anything a parkway. Does anyone else have anything they want to add?
Thank you for coming out.
And do we have anyone else who wants to testify? I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to be heard.
Lisa?
All right, Lisa.
Councilwoman French, thanks you all for, delaying it a month. It gave the opportunity to have a public meeting where it was very well attended. 103 people signed in on the sign-in sheets. And it was a great opportunity to explain to people that, whether this road is here or not, it's not going to stop development. It's just more of giving a framework and kind of an extra layer of approval of people looking at these plans. And, this is something that's even just the major street plans can have to be voted on by council. It's another opportunity for people to come testify. And as any development is done, those will also have to go through public processes that people will also be able to come and give opinions on. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for organizing.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? This item has passed. There is no director's report for the month. We will now move into public hearing. Do we have any other members of the public who wish to address the board at this time? All right. Quick one this month. I did not jinx us. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
That's the quickest.
Any opposed? We are now adjourned. Our next meeting will be held March 10th, 2026 at 5:00 p.m.
You got an undershirt on? Take care of yourself.